Shalom, shalom, Yasharala. People Israelites from Tulsa, Oklahoma. Once again, I heard the prophets of the downfall of Babylon the Great. First things first, head to the east. All praise and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushua, Ba'ashem, Rakadash. In the Hebrew Paleo tongue, respect names for the Heavenly Father, the Son, and the Holy Spirit. No double honor to the apostles and elders of the great millstone. And shalom to sister brothers living truth. And shalom to brothers and sisters that's listening and studying straight into the food. Shalom. Going to talk today, Yasharal, about what's on the clock and what's coming. And what we can see what's happening is Esau's got to run that smear campaign. You know, the persecution is coming, you know, in the spiritual. Like, before we even opened up camp, you know, a new Black Panther, you know, one of their people rode up on us, you know, and he was like, he rode up with us some hostility, and he thought we was the IUIC Israelites. You know, so I guess IUIC was out here on Pond and Peoria. What do you say, Pond and Peoria? They was on Pond and Peoria, and they cussed out the Black Panthers. So he pulled up, you know, like wanting some smoke. You know, he thought we was the IUIC, and like if we would have been IUIC, we probably been banging. You know, I got the purple garment on. He like, I think I talked to you. You know, so we are getting persecuted. So it's gonna come from. I see it's coming from two ways, Yasharal. It's going to come from Esau primarily, and then secondary, just like how Yahushua got there, he's going to use the Pharisees and the Sadducees to do it with these other false Israelite camps. IUIC just got us, you know, could have got us jammed. We had to let dude know we all ain't the same, you know, same groups. We don't all believe the same thing. We don't harass people on the block. We talk to you all, to the sheep. If somebody talk to us, then we'll deal with it. But we ain't out here paying the word for the strife, like, you know, watching for Israel. Just, hey, y'all gonna take that black stuff off. Hey, you walking with that dog. Hey, we don't do that, you know, because they just bring contention and strife. Like, now if you come deal with us, we'll deal. But we're not bothering nobody out here. We out here to let out the word of Yahweh Yahushua and let the sheep hear it and let that be that. So, and then another thing too, like I did a lesson, Yahstrala, on, you know, how Esau can run the propaganda using these celebrities. I wake up this morning. They just said a small hatter in New York Central Park was attacked. You know, they didn't specify, you know, who attacked, and they didn't use no names. But the attackers yelled out Kanye 2024. And they said that the anti, you know, sim attacks have increased ever since Kanye started saying what he's saying. So our movement, really, Kanye West is going to be the face of the Hebrew Israelites. Because he's the rich man. So they're gonna use their celebrities to run the smear campaign. You know, they're gonna run with that, say we violent, we radical, we attacking because of Kanye, and you know they're gonna get the public on, you know, their side. They'll use public opinion to sway them, and then like there it go. Same thing Nero did when he burnt the church up and said the Israelites did it. You know, so Esau just let us know Esau is desperate and he needs help. So what he's gonna do is he's gonna demonize us. You know, I said, man, through the spirit, I think they're gonna pay somebody with some fringes, rob a bank. You know how they did the Black Panthers, and then be like, see, they criminals, mentally ill. Because Kanye gonna get labeled mentally ill. Something bad gonna happen to him. They're gonna say, see, that's that Hebrew Israelite stuff. It makes you mentally ill, and they're gonna use that to come down on all of us. Like right now, Esau got to get the prophets off the block. You got to come for us to, you know, try to, you know, stop this awakening. And the devil, he's desperate. Because now I can see that they're going to speed it up too. You're going to hear a whole lot of anti-Sim attacks, back to back, back to back. They're going to go step it up. Because he's ready to jump on us as military. First, he's going to attack, just like our elder in South Carolina, Elder Matazaba. You know, he got into it with a weirdo Jake. Y'all remember that? Yeah. You know, and Jake was trying to, you know, entice him to fight. They want to label us as violent, radical. They need a public opinion for them to jump on us. But first, they got to assassinate our character. You know, which they're gonna run it. So for the brothers that do, you know, that's listening and teach this word and sincerity, hey, man, get ready, man. They coming. So man, you got to open the heart.
Yeah, this is Matthew 10 and 22. It says, and ye shall be hated of all men for the name's sake, but he that endureth to the end shall be saved.
You hear that? You should be hated for all men for my name's sake. For that name, how about y'all shot? I noticed 2/3 Jakes, and he just don't like to hear that name. They don't like the truth, man. And like we hate it, we even hated by other groups. I was telling like in my lesson, Great Millstone's the most hated group out of everybody. Now we're not Great Millstones, but we teach the doctrine of Great Millstone. When I noticed, when I watch all the Hebrew Israelite groups, Great Millstone's the most hated. Why? Because they got the truth. So that precept right there is alive and well. And it said you hated by all men. So they even go for other Israelite groups. Like IUIC, IUSPK, they don't like Great Millstone. Watch for Israel, Sakari. He was on Sinai talking about his leader is Farrakhan. Like, how you gonna say you Hebrew Israelite and your leader is Farrakhan? He teach Islam. So that's big time hatred. He got so much hatred for our head apostle that he gonna say he not his leader. He learned from Great Millstone. So that's that precept is like they said, but he that endured to the end shall be saved. So we got in this thing. We knew we was gonna be persecuted. We knew Esau was gonna come down on us. We're not about to get shook, get scared, turn our garment in, go back off into the world, put it down because now the heat coming. Because he said, "Except men are tried in the furnace of adversity." So we knew we was gonna be in the fire. So now it's the time to show our strength. This ain't time to tuck the thing in and hide in the drawback spirit, decrease your lessons. I can see some Israelite dudes probably delete their pages. I wasn't out there doing that. Oh no, I'm black. I ain't no Hebrew Israelite.
I'm gonna read two more verses down. This is verse 23. It says, but when the persecution of you but when they persecute you in the city, flee into another. For verily I say unto you, you shall not have gone over the city of Israel till the Son of Man be come. The disciple is not above his master, nor the servant above his Lord. So we gotta deal with that, man. Just like the brother said, we gotta be strong. If they persecute you in the city, man, go to another one and continue doing what you're doing. Because we do gotta go through that fire, like the scripture said, like the scriptures say.
Now, like I said, the disciples are above his master. Who went through this, man? Yahushua went through this. He got persecuted big time. Peter, Paul, the apostles, the disciples that were before us, they all got persecuted. I remember it was one group of Israelites that said they made a vow that we're not gonna eat or drink till we kill Paul. I was like, dang, like that lets you know, hey, 2/3 hate this gospel. But they say I'm not gonna eat until we kill this Israelite because he telling us the truth, but it's cutting us. And it's the same thing we facing today. That's why I read the scriptures and I look at it, I'm like, it's no different. Because I can see them doing that to us too. The 2/3 nigga Jakes. They be like, man, I don't want to hear that. I like eating my pork. And like, soon as Esau bring up the campaign to come against us, Jake gonna get right behind. Jake gonna get right behind, and he's gonna be like, yeah, I don't like them. They make me feel bad. They talking about I'm about her hoeing and this and that. Yeah, they need to go. They crazy. They mentally ill.
They rocking the boat.
God.
I want to be over here with Esau, man. I don't know. We need to come together as a people, man.
That's bad for business. I'm taking my business off the ground. I love everybody. Jesus said, they gonna come with that, And so, hey, this thing is coming in heavy, man. It's about to get real, and I like it. This is Yahushua shaking trees.
This is the book of Luke, chapter 6, and verse 22, and it says, "Blessed are ye when men shall hate you, and when they shall separate you from their company, and shall reproach you, and cast out your name as evil for the Son of Man's sake." Yeah, see, so right here, because it's right here, it says verse Luke 6 and 22, it says, "Blessed are you." Okay, so basically you can count yourself blessed because they don't view you as what the world would view. Okay, so they view you as in the spirit of Yahweh Yahushua. So that's why when you read Luke 6 and 22, it says, "Blessed are you." Okay, and it says, "And when men shall hate you." All right, so men are going to hate you for the name of Yahweh Yahushua. So therefore, count yourself blessed. All right, and then they say they shall separate you from their company. All right, so they're going to separate you, meaning that just like the ox broke down, he said, they're gonna try to you're gonna have people that gonna try to get away from you because they know that Esau Edom is about to come down on the seed of Israel. Okay, and so they're gonna separate you just so they won't endure that persecution.
I got something to back you up though. This is Matthew 5 and 12, because he said, blessed are you, right?
Yeah.
When you persecuted. This is Matthew 5 and 12. It says, rejoice and be glad. Rejoice and be glad, for your reward is in heaven. For your reward is in heaven, and is great. It says, for in the same way they persecuted the prophets who were before you. So, hey, man, we got to go through that. We got to go through that straight gate, man. We got to go through that line. And the prophets before us got persecuted. Hey, the Howard Shaw got persecuted for this truth. Hey, so is we. And it says, rejoice and be glad, man. Hey, because our reward is in heaven, and it's going to be a great reward. That's that hopeful elect status, that 144 status, man.
That's the spread I had there. You might go to 510.
You can read it down. Another,
I got one back here too. Yeah, y'all gonna bring it. I'm gonna bring that. That one up.
Oh yeah. This is John chapter 15 and verse 18. And it said, if the world hate you, you know that it hated me before it hated you. Okay, and that's Yahweh Shah speaking. This is bread letter. Okay, so when we start seeing this persecution, just know that we on the right path because we followed in the spirit of Yahweh Shah. All right. And in verse 19, it says, if ye were of the world would love his own. Okay, so if you're not being persecuted for the word of Yahweh Shah, that means you of the world. All right. And it says, but because ye are not of the world, but I have chosen you out of the world, therefore the world hated you. Okay, so that's what we're dealing with. And just like I just mentioned before camp, you know, we had a Black Panther Day that was about to come down on us, man, over some BS that IUIC did. And I'm not sure how long ago it was, but we do know IUIC be over there on Pine and Peoria, and they be, you know, calling contention and strife. You got it up.
Yeah, and I see right there, and I like how the verse put it up there, man. See, a lot of Jakes don't count the cost. They get into this thing to be celebrated, you know, like we was talking about camp. A lot of them get in to get women. You know, it's like the new, it's like a fad right now. You know, you put your garment on, you cuss out the so-called white man, you look good on the YouTube, and a lot of Jakes get in it for that. The numbers, the prestige, especially IUIC, they got a lot of money behind them. So a lot of Jakes get in it for that, but they don't read the verses that I just read, that the world gonna hate you. That, you know what I'm saying? That like you're gonna be persecuted. They don't, I guess they don't read that part and understand that part. Like that's why, like, let's say Luke's paraphrase to make your body live a sacrifice. Like this thing, that you put your life on the line for Yahweh Shah. And see, they don't think either. Like Yahweh Shah got put to death for this gospel. The disciples got put to death for this gospel. So this thing is serious. This ain't nothing you just put on to come out here and be cute. No, man, we out here laying it out for our nation. This is like a hard work, you know? And it takes, like, you got to have, like, your faith and bravery to do this. Because in a minute, this is not going to be like something you just do to get viewed. It's going to get serious. Esau going to get, when he comes in that great rap, he going to get serious. He going to seek the blood of the prophet. So if you're not in this thing all the way, sincerely, you in this thing for, like, a joke, prestige, like, man, you're not going to be covered by Yahweh Shah. Like, Esau, he like a roaring lion in a minute. He gonna be like a roaring lion. He gonna seek who he can get. And a lot of these camps, they be out here playing with it. So I can see them going by the wayside. And say like Sakari, when they get attacked, they gonna bust back because they're a carnal group. So Esau can use that. It's gonna be filmed. Use that, and they're gonna lump us all together. They just go what we just said earlier. Like dude wrote down on us like we IUIC or something. Most people don't know it's different groups. We all in this together. If you say you're a Hebrew Israelite, we all gonna get persecuted. That's why I don't like these other camps. They don't do the thing right, and they give the gospel a black eye. And I can see Sakari about to get us really prosecuted. They don't bust back. And then he's going to say, I told you they were radical. I told you they were militant. The black Hebrew Israelites needed that. That's the whole Fed's going to roll down on us. The military going to roll down on us. Like, it's coming. So, for any new brothers that pick up the plow, get ready, man. This thing it's going to get real heavy. You know, but, you know, we're not scared of that because, like, I read the precepts. We knew it was coming. So we counted the cost, and we're here to lay our lives on the line for Yahweh Shah. So we're not scared of that. You know, we're going to activate our faith, and we're going to, you know, Lord willing, Lord see us do that.
I'm going to read that verse 11 to the God. This is Matthew 5 and 11. It says, blessed are ye when men shall revile you and persecute you, and shall say all manner of evil against you falsely for my name, but for my sake. Rejoice and be exceedingly glad, For great is your reward in heaven. For so persecute they the prophets which were before you.
Right back to what I said. Exactly. Perfect. I see, like I said, that showed right there. That back everything I said, man. They prosecuted, Paul, Peter, Yahushua, all before us. So what makes us any different? They say you got groups like IUIC. This thing is all about making myrrh. Get out there, stump the yard in your garments, look cute. No, man. This thing about to get serious. That's how I know they ain't preaching the truth. Because we know how serious it is. So we know it's coming, man. We ain't out here like to get our numbers up and things like that nation. No, we trying to secure the kingdom. We trying to secure our crown. Like he said right there, man, when men should speak evil against you possible. GMS is tied to the rape doctrine, the rape stuff. Everybody, like if I was to say, man, I learned from Great Millstone, chick knowing a little something like, oh, you a rapist. That's the first thing they're gonna say. This is the apostle elders brought out what's supposed to do in case rape happens. They twisted that and made it seem like the apostle elders is all out here raping little 12-year-olds. And even Hotel Comedic did that. Yeah. Who was that? Brother Polite, No Light? Yeah. He Sharnada.
Yeah, Sharnada, and there was somebody else. I think there was somebody else in that too. There was 3 of them on that video.
Why Shaka Ambro?
Yeah, one of them.
Was it that weird?
I thought it was another Israelite.
It could be. They all them camps say that IUIC. They say Great Millstone raped 12-year-olds. That's slander. Big time. So that's how another I know that's the camp. But like people don't even investigate. They just hear that and they Great Millstone is rapist.
That's the reason why we always bring out that precept from Proverbs. You said the simple believe with every word. And the Buddha man look well into his born. So if you gonna take somebody take somebody's word at first value and not be foolish enough to dig into what that person is saying, that makes you a simple individual. And that's why we can't deal with a lot of simple people, because they believe every word, no matter what. So therefore they're gonna believe what the devil say. They're gonna believe that media. When the devil get ready to put out that media against us, they try to say anti-sea hipper, all of that's getting ready to come down the forefront, man.
We preached to what the real MOTV is.
Yeah.
And they I see he getting out in front of that. Usually they wait till he hit, they get out in front of it before it roll out.
Yeah.
And they try to say if you speak against this, then you're anti. I'm like, how do you gonna tie that with anti-sim?
Right.
And like it's really Esau really telegraphing telling himself. If people would just think he's telling you he about to put that in you. It's like, why are you putting a story out about it already? And then trying to say, if you speak against it, you're anti-sim. What? So they really let you know who rolling it out. And then like I said right there, when they speak all kind of evil against you, that's about to happen, man. They're gonna use Kanye to brand us as mentally ill. Because what? Keep your eye on Kanye West, y'all strong. Keep your eye on Kanye West. And watch how they do him.
They already got rid of his money. They basically said, what was it, Adidas? They dropped his contract deal. The bank said that he had a certain amount of days to get his money out of the bank. They already purchased him.
You got to pay that whole $200,000. No, what was it, $200K a month?
Yeah.
Yeah, you got to pay that whole $200K a month. That add up. I think, what's that? You give like about 3 months?
You say $200K a month. It's like
so 5 months, that's $1 million, ain't it?
Yep.
That's $1 million.
Yep.
So hey, man, she getting paid. Like I said, after so much time, man, they gonna drain him out, and then they gonna brand him and say he on field. He's that Hebrew Israelite. They're gonna put that Hebrew Israelite tag on him heavy because he put it out there. So he's like the face of the Hebrew Israelite movement to the mainstream, and they're gonna make it seem like he already looked like a bug out. He wore the White Lives Matter shirt, and he said some Hebrew Israelites, so he already double-minded. They're gonna say he on pills. They're probably gonna say he gonna do a violent attack, and then they're gonna say we all like that because they passed a law in New York where if they deem you mentally ill, they can snatch you and throw you in the camp. No questions asked. So you could be doing your own little thing. He's mentally ill, and you snatched up.
It actually remind me of that the FBI was the J. Edgar Hoover. He said J. Edgar Hoover. He said that only Messiah that we're gonna accept is the one that we create. Somewhere along that line. So they're creating this Messiah by way of Kanye West right there.
They own dude. So like he ain't our leader. Foster Hart been doing this 40+ years. This dude just learned. He was like what last year? He ain't hit no highway. He ain't got no work. He just went on a media tour saying it. He don't know the gospel. Tell how he talk. He don't know the gospel. But he's helping Esau paint us in a bad light. And I look, you know how I know that? Remember I told you I talked to my aunt not too long ago?
Yeah.
And that's how she knew about it because of Kanye West. Right. And first thing she said out her mouth, he's crazy. So now she looking at me like, Tay is crazy. So we all gonna be deemed crazy. Like we just lost our minds. They're gonna use Kanye West as the catalyst for that. Crush through all of us. And look, that's the like I say, the sway public opinion. Because even our family gonna talk, falsely and bad about us, like, yeah, he done joined that coat. As he joined that coat, he lost his mind. Oh yeah, I know he do got guns. Oh, they are militant. Yeah, he need to get some help. And then look, I'll tell them on lesson, I can see Esau talking finesse. I can see Esau like talking to our people like, just tell us where he at. We just want to get him some help. We just want to talk to him. He has hatred in his heart. So and then like our family think they doing something good, and they be like, okay, he over there, get him some help. And shit, Esau like, thank you, and go in there and snatch us up, and they gonna be rough with us. And our family don't even know. They think they doing good. Esau gonna talk that smooth talk. They gonna say he just needs some re-education. It's hatred. Our people did do bad. We just want to talk to him. He lives where? And then Esau gonna snatch us up. And that's they're gonna tell, they might put it out there like he had the 19, he passed away. And our family, they so silly and gullible, they be like, dang, he was against the Jews. And they'll put that out like, you better go get your Jews. So hey, Esau about to spin this heavily. Watch this, y'all swallow. Esau about to get to doing what he do best, being a spin doctor and spinning lies. And like y'all said earlier, man, I think you said our people are simple. They silly. And they believe every word. Like our people are whatever they say on the news, especially our elderly grandparents, whatever they say on the news, that's what it is. That's the narrative. They don't think for themselves. Esau can put out a story. Esau can even conflict himself. My bad. We said it was 90% effective. It's really 60. But if you go get it again, then it'll work. Oh, my bad. Okay, if you go get another one, then it'll work. And then, oh, my bad. If you go get this kind, and they just roll, man, like a pig led to the slaughter. And I just be looking at our people. I be looking at our people like woo. And that's got to make you say, call how long Yahushua was shy that he gave us wisdom and a mindset to see the truth. We're not blind. But if you look at the blind people, you be like, God damn. No wonder Esau been, rocking us so hard as a nation. Like, I just be looking at my grandparents, looking at them like, oh my Lord, you still ain't waking up? You still spinning it?
All this information out
there?
Yeah,
like, whoa.
I got a quick one. This is 2 Timothy 3 and 12. It says, yea, and all that will live godly and Yahushua Hamashiach shall suffer persecution, but the evil man and seducer shall wax worse and worse, deceiving and being deceived. And just like what the brother said, man, hey, Esau gonna be seducing and he gonna seduce people with all his words, and he's the deceiver deceiving people, and our people, they're just gonna follow along being deceived, just like the scriptures say, man. These scriptures is hitting hard, man. They hitting hard. They're jumping off the pages, and people ain't even seeing it.
They blind and they deaf. Only person they can see and hear is Esau. And I'm like, you don't want Esau lead you. I'm gonna be all stuck up. Hey, at least I'm gonna lead you right off the cliff.
One more verse. This is verse 14. And this is for those who believe, man, and who's believing in wholeheartedly in this thing. It says, but continue thou with the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of. Salaki, it says, but continue thou in the things which thou hast learned and has been assured of, knowing of whom thou hast learned them. So we learned this from our apostles and elders who learned this from their apostles and elders who got this divinely thing from the scriptures, man, from Yahushua. So hey, we gotta be content in what we learn and stand stiffly in it, man. We can't be wavering in this thing because we know persecution gonna come.
We gotta walk in the light, walk in the lost commandments of Yahushua. It's like, and I see why now Yahweh called Yahushua shepherd, because Yahushua is leading us, man, and he's leading us correctly. Because if you're not led by Yahushua, you led by who? You led by the world. Who runs the world? Esau do. And Esau gonna lead you into, like I said, a bad way, man. He gonna profit off of you. Like Esau knows he gonna profit off of you. Then he gonna lead you to your death. So first he pick your pockets. You know, it's like you got a blindfold around your eyes. You pick your pockets first, and then when your pockets is empty, you got bunny ears. Then he go ahead and put you in the ditch, and then he goes to the next day to do the same thing. You know, go ahead, Art.
I got a quick one that's back up with
That's evil,
right
man.
Because when I just mentioned right there, he said if you're not led by Yahushua, then you're led by the spirits of this world, which is the evil spirit. So this is Matthew chapter 10 and 20, and it said, "But it is not ye that speak, but the spirit of your Father which is speaking in you." All right, and then it says, yeah, right here it says, "But it is not ye that speak." Okay, so we're not speaking in our own words. Okay, that's why we bring out the scripture. Okay, because the scripture is Yahweh Yahushua usually does, like when I mentioned earlier, we're making our body a living sacrifice. So we're allowing Yahweh Yahushua to use us to bring out his word. So therefore, that is the spirit that's speaking within you. All right. And because of the spirit that's speaking within us, we are going to be delivered up and be persecuted. So in verse Matthew 10 and 21, it says the brothers, and he said, "And the brothers shall deliver up the brother to death, and the father, the child, and the children shall rise up against their parents and cause them to be put to death." And so these are the things that we need to be looking forward to, because this world hates Yahweh Yahushua. Okay, and Yahweh Yahushua also hates the world. Who runs the world, just like I get brought out, is Esau Edom, the so-called white man. You got it out.
Yeah, and see, they don't like this word, and they ain't like Yahushua because Yahushua is the truth. And see, Esau has covered the world of gross darkness and covered it up in lies. And them lies are very comforting. You know, Esau comforts you with them lies, you know. It give you the comfort of food, fill your pockets up, tell you peace and safety. You know, you do good in my system. Just pay me, and I'll go out here and take everybody else's resources and give to you if you pay me. You know, so Jake has got a lot of comfort, man. And his lies, it puts him in that false reality. It's kind of like they plugged into the matrix. And see, us, we're unplugged from the matrix. Like, we see the real world, you know? That's why I love the movie The Matrix so much. I'm like, man, that was straight biblical right there. You know, so we're not caught up in that false reality Esau done painted. Like, we're not under the sway of Jesus. Now we know that Jesus, that's a whole idol right there, man. That's Esau right there. So we not calling on that name. I don't even have that image in my head no more. When I think of Yahushua, I think of a dark man with the white beard and the white fro. Like, that is now seared in my consciousness. And Esau don't like that. Like, when you look at the 2/3, they got the white man seared in their conscience, Jesus. And I seen that too when they showed that Eve. Y'all probably seen that Eve they met what was that, King Charles? And she just fell out and all that. And that shows she has a Edomite warship. And the majority of 2/3, that's what they have. All the way down to your gangster nigga. That's why Esau could walk down the block in a hood and then nobody attack him. Like, Jake could help Esau, you know, but if I walk down the block, I got the wrong color, Jake gonna try to wet me up, you know, because really secretly they idolize and worship Esau. Now, because this truth is pumping so hard and the image of Yahushua is coming back into the reality, now a lot of Jakes are no longer, and I say the world period, a lot of heathens are no longer looking at Esau as God anymore. He's losing it. He's like it said in the scriptures. I want to say Isaiah, where they say he'll fall from lightning, Lucifer fall from heaven. Yeah, fall from the heaven like lightning. Yeah. So Esau is falling. He's falling. Why? Because his image has been destroyed. He's no longer being looked to as God anymore. Now the real God, Yahweh, is now showing himself. And how does he make himself tangible and visible? Through his son, Yahushua. Now that image is being pumped, it's being pushed. We push Yahushua, hey, week in and week out. You know, our video, we push Yahushua hard. You know, his image is getting pushed. The real image is getting pushed. The real gospel is getting pushed. Because I know a lot of people that's in pledge Christianity, they hear the real gospel. It's so big that it like messes them up because they can't believe Yahushua is such an austere man. Because they used to, you know, Jesus, that little soft, you know, Momo spirit. You know, so the real image coming in there, that austere man of war, you know, it messed their head up. And it's getting pushed hard. So now Esau is fighting to get the narrative back. Like the Ish people can't even call that identity no more. Everybody knows, like Pastor Arson on this lesson, when Jake couples fight with their Edomite woman, and she said she's the Ish, and the couple's like, we the real ones. we the real Jews. I was like, whoa, they look straight hood. So now I'm starting to see like it's starting to be common knowledge of who we are. The lies is coming undone. So Esau like they panicking. Like if we can like peer in they little beat, you know, they stick play, they probably end up just they probably turning red, breathing hard, smacking their little subordinates upside the head. Like, man, what's going on? How I got all this narrative, I got all the resources, the news outlets, yet some niggers on the block, you know, some garments on, is over here beat me at my own game. They're starting to, you know, gain the momentum. They don't understand that that's the will of Yahweh Shah for us to get this, man. It's over with.
You know, I was just right before we started camp. It was another video that I saw where a guy actually titled it. He said, "America is the modern day Sodom and Gomorrah." And I was like, "Wow, that spirit right there." He broke down the law that President Biden just passed, and then he bringing out all of those trends and stuff like that. So Esau Kingdom, America, aka Babylon the Great, is about to be, it's done, man. Ain't gonna be no more America, Babylon the Great in the near future, man.
Yeah. So with that being said, what Esau got to do, he's sitting back in his think tanks like, how did this happen? Who did this? And he's looking squarely at us. Yahweh Shah's men, the prophets. Right. They done told my whole narrative up. You mean to tell me some niggas with a Bible done took down my system? And it's a precept that say, I'll slay this dragon, what it say, staff without sword? Loosely paraphrasing. And how do we beat this devil, man? We consumed them with the spirit of Yahweh Shah through our mouth, man. Yep. We consumed them. Yeah. So we have we turned down strongholds by speaking the words of the King of Kings, Lord of Lords. So now Esau is getting angry. Because like I said right there, we are destroying his kingdom by just speaking Yahushua's words. Destroyed his kingdom. So now this devil sitting back in his chair like, you know what? Like he done lost the lie. Like he's totally bare. Totally bare. He got strapped naked. So all he got left is that sword. What he about to do? He about to swing it. You know? But he wants the public behind him. I notice Esau, he always wants the public opinion. He always wants to look good. Esau, I notice, don't want to look like the bad guy. He got to make himself look good.
He ain't gonna have no choice. He ain't gonna have no choice. He gonna have to bring out the sword regardless.
Yeah, but
he's already lost the narrative.
When he bring it out though, he wants the people behind him though. I noticed. That's why he ain't bringing it out yet. Like at this moment, because he can bring it out at any time, but he's waiting because he wants the public to like have the opinion for him to do it. He really want our own people to get us, kind of like Yahushua. You know, the Jews at that time said, we don't want Yahushua.
We don't want no king but Caesar.
Yep, kind of loose paraphrasing. They said we had no king but Caesar. So the people. So Esau right now, he trying to use his 2/3. He about to activate his 2/3 because he already got there. You know, paid him. So he gonna bring out. Really, that's what I say. Y'all straw out the first opponents. Just like how we open up camp. It's gonna be the 2/3 first. Right? So Esau gonna send the 2/3 first. And when that don't work, then he'll send his military. But he wants to, like I said, he wants to be the good guy in the situation. He want to paint us as, you know, the villains, the terrorists. He want to paint us as domestic terrorists. And he want to paint themselves as the heroes, you know, because they already got their narrative. Esau the hero. Esau is God. Esau good. He pure. That's why they call themselves white. They want the world to think they're pure. They call us black, you know, which means word of light. You know, they demonize us just with some words. I can't believe how people let us put that black on us, man. You know, Esau really whooped our elders with that. You black, I'm white. I'm good, I'm pure. You're bad. You're black. You're evil. You know? So now we busting that up like, hey, man, I ain't black. I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I come in different shades of brown. All the way to white. You know? In color. You know, ain't no color thing. You know? So we busting that up. That's why I said we busting Esau at every little point, man. We got so many warriors. Yahushua got so many warriors, and we fight so many different battles. Like that narrative getting killed. Then the narrative with the Ish people getting killed. Then the narrative on this getting killed. Then, like you just said earlier, talking about the Sodom and Gomorrah, that's getting killed. So we beating this devil with every little facet. That every lie this devil done put up is getting defeated. So now he's like, the devil sitting back like, I gotta get rid of these warriors, man. I gotta get rid of these men. Because they winning the war. You know? They killing me with logic. You know, and then like certain people that's on the fence, they like, hey man, I think of like that one woman that's in Congress. Like, I know the Hebrew Israelites, they not violent. Remember they was trying to get Congress on their way? And the woman was
Talk
like,
about them people out there with the Bibles. They're not violent.
yeah, dude, he looked stupid. Esau looked stupid. He's like, have you heard of the black Hebrew Israelites? He's like, yeah, I heard of them. I know about them. They're really not a violent group. You know, he was trying to like, they talking about the KKK, Aryan Nation. You know, the real violent group. Esau said him there. I think he's like the FBI director at the time. Right. He tried to sway him like, what about the black Hebrew Israelites? And she straight up said, like, I know about it. We on the public. Yeah, that was on display.
That was like 2 years ago, I think. Yep.
So, man, that right there show like Esau, he got to get the narrative back, man. Because, like, the truth, like, he's been painted as the wicked, which really he is. You know, that's why they hate we bring up the KKK. We bring up the Aryan Nation. They hate we bring up Black Wall Street.
And you know what's crazy? They're trying to paint us in a light as the KKK. That's the crazy thing about
it. They do that. But we out here with what? Bibles in our hands. Yeah. We're not dragging no so-called white man out his house and burning the cross in the yard and hanging him in the tree. We don't even cover our faces are seen. We don't use masks. They got to use masks because they got prominent jobs.
And it's our own people that paint us in the light. They like, these people are like the new KKK. It's our own people that's saying that as well too.
And they get mad because we say we hate Esau, you know? So they say, oh, y'all a hate group. They say we painted as a hate group, you know, but we don't act on the hatred because we were taught to be harmless as doves and wise as serpents. Right. So we're not out here beating up Edomites. Like Edomites walk right down here through the block. We ain't gonna be, hey man, you the devil. Blah, 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 blah. We're not doing that. But Edomites do that. If they in a big old group, and Jake walking their little rally, hey, Jake getting hung. You know? Hey, Jake getting messed up.
And I
don't want to say we violent.
And you know they pick and choose when it's crowded because it was during that George Floyd protest. Jake got hung during that protest.
You know what I'm saying? So they're really the violent people. We're not. Jake is really peaceful. They're like if you read the book Genesis, Esau sought to kill his brother Jacob. Right. Jacob wasn't doing nothing but popping his wives and cooking the meals. Like how he finessed him out the birthright. Right. You know, Jake just barbecuing. You know what I'm saying? Jake just cooking. Jake want to hop in his old lady. Man, that's our spirit. We chill. Esau, he the one got to go out and kill something. He out here hunting deer, ducks. Like, ain't nobody safe around Esau, man. Esau just wants some blood.
Yeah, that's the spirit. Cause that's the scripture right there. He said Esau, when the boys grew, Esau was the man of the field.
God.
He was a cunning hunter. And that's what he is. That's his philosophy, and that's his DNA makeup. He's a cunning hunter. That's his nature right there.
Yeah, that's his nature. Cause like you look at this today, they eat their meat raw. Yep. If you go into a redneck house, I bet you got deer head in the living room. You know, a buck, a bear, you know, something like that. They don't even do it for food. They go out and kill something for the sport, just to hang it up somewhere. I killed that. Man, they get off on that. Yeah, trophy. Yeah, but kill it.
That's what they call it, trophy.
But kill it. Think about that. You know? And look, if this was like, what, the 1600s, you see Jake's head on the wall. Hey, they used to kill Jake for sport.
Hey, and now that make matters worse, they'll take Yasharala's skin and wear him as a purse.
Con.
All of that shit. Yeah, you know, that's the market. Hey,
the jacket, they still do that to this day.
Where do you think they get gator skin from? Where them gator shoes come from?
They used to hang Jake, cut off his rod, cut his sack off, and then use his sack as a coin purse for his coins. You know? So who really the hate group? Who's really the bloody man, the hatred man? Right. I'm out here to speak about who coming to get you. You know? Because that's that persecution, man. But Esau, he owns the media. So you won't see his wicked stuff, his wicked deeds, even though it's coming out. He tried to hide that, like what was that? We had 17 rabbis get caught up for doing selling organs and sex trafficking. And I seen that one time, and ain't no stories on that. But let Jake get caught up for busting somebody in the head. Hey, they run that on the news for like 3 weeks straight. Jake be all on the news, you know. Media ran. Like for instance, when Jake get caught in a scam scheming some money. They like Kanye West, Kyrie Irving, they ran that for months. Still running that. But Brett Favre stole money from welfare. Hey, they barely even talked about. Tom Brady got $100 million PPP loans excused. That's barely talked about. You know? But Jake over here, and Jake is trying to say his nationality. Jake is trying to say I'm a Hebrew Israelite. You anti-Israel. Oh, he crazy. Hey, we need an apology tour. You need to pay $500 million. You need to apologize to this group. He need re-education. Like, damn, I can't even say my nationality without being demonized. You know?
I gotta quickly back you up on that one too. This is King David, because he had these devil broke down to a T. So this is Psalm chapter 73 and verse 5. And he said, they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Okay, that's what the octave broke down, man. A white man and a black man create the same crime. The black man, the so-called black man, is the one getting the most time, as opposed to a white man. He gets a slap on the wrist. He gets probation. You see, and that's why it said they are not plagued as other men. Okay, he said they are not in trouble as other men, neither are they plagued like other men. Therefore, pride compares them about as a shame, violence covers them as a garment. Their eyes stand out with fatness. They have more than a heart could wish. They got everything that they can wish for. Okay, they got the law behind them. They got the media. All of these things. So we're telling you these are the wicked. These are the individuals that we're talking about. Okay, so we can't commit the same crime and be able to get off on probation. All right. So that should tell you right there that their persecution is gonna further come down on us, man.
Job 9:24. They got the whole world.
Exactly.
They got everything. And see, now they mad that the narrative of them being good has been, it's been thrown down, and their true nature is coming out. So now they like kind of like when we all sell drugs.
Yeah.
And I get caught, so I get mad. I get tired. I'm like, hey, he was with me.
Yeah.
Now they doing, now they pointing fingers. Now Esau doing that finger point. But what about them though? But this and that though, and they get mad because it ain't sticking. That's what they get mad about. They're like, no, the so-called black men don't do that. And then they get mad. They women jumping ship. They women hopping over here, like shit. I'm about to, as soon as they secure the bag from their husband, they go get them a J. So they're mad that they're getting painted a bad light. And then they get mad that now the truth of us is coming out. All our goodness, the inventions, our creativity. Like Jake is shining right now. So Esau got to run his media campaign to step like, well, they niggas though. And like Esau gonna make stuff up. They say like we just heard, like I said earlier, New York, that little made up because they didn't have no names, so that was just a made up hate crime right there.
I'm almost willing to bet that they don't even have the name of the author they wrote their article. A lot of times, a lot of them articles they don't even have who actually wrote the article.
So they just put stories out there to put us in a bad light, man. Now, like I said, women starting to desire Jake again. They campaign that we lazy, we sorry, we no good, we ain't good fathers. All that stuff coming down, man. Now the women start to see like, man, hey, these dudes are not bad, man. Some of these Jakes is all right, these Jake dudes. Like, really, that's the best man. I'm about to go get me one. I want me one that worth riches, So, hey, that's coming like Esau, that's pissing them off. He's like, what the hell? I got all this money. I got everything. You want this lowly Jake? She's like, yeah.
Rich in low places.
Yeah, they starting to see that, man. So Esau like, man, he like, hey, man, our rods ain't gonna get used if we don't put the story out, man. Like, cause like in the 60s, they had it, they had a game set match. Like right now, I look at now, the only women that really probably just really hate us real hard are our own women. Yeah. The Heathens is all like, I done seen lots of videos of Filipinos, Edomites, Moab, like all the other women now, like, I want that black man, like, so only women Esau got now is our own women. And like half of them is jumping ship. Like they one Eve I seen I did a lesson on. They talking about reparations.
Yeah.
Like our women starting to wake up. So Esau, like when our women start waking up, oh Eve, you done lost the game. That's his number one. That was his greatest weapon, was our own women. So he's losing that battle. Because a lot of our women, they all popping and they like, you know what, I've been doing feminism. I've been being an independent woman, ain't been working. And my brothers is right. I'm about to put my hair wrap on and I'm about to listen. These devils done did me wrong. I'm tired of crying. Like, I'm not about to fight my man. I want my man. You trying to jump in front of the Filipino woman like, that's mine. Right. So, hey, Esau didn't want that, man. Esau looking at all this stuff and he's seeing his L. He's like, God damn, I lost that battle. I'm losing that battle. I'm looking at that battle. They probably looking at the numbers. Like, sperm count. They probably looking at their sperm count going low. Their birth rate is low. Hey, Esau losing all the way around.
Right here, because this is Esau to the full. This is Isaiah 5:20. And it said, woe unto them that call evil good. And it said, in good evil, they put darkness for light, and light for darkness. They put bitter for sweet, and sweet for bitter. And who's the same devil that put everything upside down? And that's why when you read that woe unto them, okay, and that word woe means great sorrow, great distress. Okay, that's why Esau Edom is slowly but surely he's falling. Okay, I'm gonna read that again. It said, woe unto them that call evil good. All right. So this is why when you see that Sodom and Gomorrah doctrine that they're pushing out, they're trying to say anybody that speaks against it is evil. Okay, you see that? So those are the same devils that's about to get this great sorrow. All right, woe unto them that call evil good and good evil, that put darkness for light and light for darkness, and they put bitter for sweet and sweet for bitter. You got it.
Yeah, you made a good point. You made a real good point. We got a whole, you just put it to my mind, we got a whole other group that's against us. And that's the alphabet agenda. It's a lot of them. Right? Yeah, that's a big group. And they're gonna be against us. You know, they want to do their little thing. And you know, Yahweh Shai, he condemns that. Right. So we condemn that. They're gonna be right there with Esau, like, get rid of them. He tell me what I'm doing, you know, John is bad.
That's a perfect precept that I just brought out. If the world hated you, just know it hated y'all by Yahweh Shai first. No?
So we got the alphabet agenda gonna be against us. We got 2/3 Jake gonna be against us. And you know, Esau's our number one arch enemy. He in the back. Right. He's sending all these subgroups at us first. First it's gonna be 2/3 alphabet agenda, Eve.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah,
he gonna send Eve at us, but Eve looking like shit. I'm tired of fighting my man. Shit.
Yeah, at least some of them, hell, a lot of them, they still gonna get destroyed no matter what.
Oh yeah. I'm trying to do away with them straight up. You know, because they stuck in that spirit. You know, they definitely like a bug covered Edomite. When I look at it,
as I came into this truth, I was giving out the truth. A lot of evil called me racist. They was like, oh, you ain't the white man.
I called that too.
Yeah. And they were trying to disprove it so much. And it came into the spirit like, oh, you telling the truth. Yeah. Because you can't do nothing. Well, you can't do nothing against the truth before the truth.
All right. And then like I spent the same thing you did, man. A lot of chicks, you know, they you racist. Right. I'm telling you the truth. You know, but like you said, she said at the end, like, oh, you telling the truth. That's what I said. That like you got a lot of Eve that's gonna get destroyed, but you got some Eve that's coming up out of that. So that shows that Esau losing because he had her at once upon a time. The truth hit her. Now she's throwing a head wrap on and getting her freaks on. She's trying to be right. You know, as I said, you got some that's converting. So Esau, that's him losing his military right there. He need Eve to do, you know, her ratchetness to destroy the man, and like that's flipping. Only the hardcore, like the Eves with a whole bunch of demons on them are gonna stay in that spirit. The ones that's like on the fence, they're gonna at least try to be right. You know, I know they ain't gonna try to fight us no more, but they're gonna feel like I'm on the wrong team. You know, and then you got a lot of people, man. Esau losing, man. He's losing. So he's now like I said earlier, it's gonna get to the point where he's just gonna bring that sword out because he ain't gonna have no choice because he done lost all those little mini battles. Because like what I said, you can't do nothing against truth, only for the truth. You know, the truth is going to prevail because the truth is Yahweh Shai. And that's the W. That's why, like, I feel good about this. I can stand on this. I'm like, I'm on the winning team. Like, as a world view, it might not look like it, you know, like looking at it carnally, but when you look at it spiritually, we winning. Because Esau looking at that like that, it's like he getting ate up. It's like we were behind. Kind of like when I seen who was that? It was Memphis playing who was Chris Paul playing for at that time, man? I want to say the Hornets. I think he was still with the Hornets at the time, man. And Memphis was up on them. They was dubbing them in the fourth quarter. And the Hornets came back on them in one quarter, man, and hit them with the last minute shot.
That remind me of that. That's the spirit right there, because he said in 1 hour, the kingdom of how about y'all shot gonna destroy this wicked kingdom in 1 hour.
So the comeback is being rallied, and we're gonna win because we got the star player, which is Yahweh Shai. You know, he's active right now. He's scoring. Hey, we fast breaking. We getting steals.
Yeah, he's throwing alley-oop.
It's like I say, it's slowly but surely, but we getting it though. Right, we eating it to his lead. But Esau was up big time. You know, he got comfortable. He had the backups in. Now he's putting the starters back in. It ain't even working. Like, we got the momentum. Like I said, we alley-ooping. You know, we getting steals, blocks. You know, hey, fouls. Yeah, crossover getting hit, threes getting splashed. Like, hey, hit everything. Like, we can't miss right now, man. Y'all was out there like Jordan on them. You know, and we rallying. And Esau see it, so he like, oh no, no, no. So he need to, hey, the crowd changing. The crowd was booed, and now the crowd, hey, every shot we hit, they, oh! So hey, Esau getting mad, like, hey, I'm losing the crowd. You know, I'm losing.
Lost the momentum.
Yeah, he gonna do like, what's that movie, Above the Rim?
Yeah.
When he lose, he gonna tell, hey, take care of your business.
Yeah.
They gonna look the pop. You know, hey, just like in that movie, remember that, what was that old school dude was hitting all them threes on him?
Yep.
In that movie Above the Rim. Watch that movie Above the Rim. Y'all sure? You know, hey, at the end, dude was hitting all the threes, man. He was just hitting threes, man, on them. You know, he's coming back. You know, and that's us right now, man. We rally. You know, and Esau bad. And he gonna try to sick Jake. I say Esau, man, he's really finished, man. We gonna win this, man. He ain't stopping this, man. We got it. We got the momentum, and we gonna ride this thing on out. You know, and like the truth, sincere brothers, we in this thing locked in. Like we're prepared to give our life to Yahweh Shah. And like when you got that mindset, hey man, you can't stop nobody like that. It mean we committed all the way fully. So that's like we the real men of Yahweh Shah. So that's that we're really scared about. Usually he used to dealing with people that's like lukewarm. You know, I can put a narrative story out. He'll scatter. You know, he'll be, you know, back on the block. You know, being a gangster in a minute. You know, all I gotta do is knock one of them off. You know, they think we like roaches. You know, like you know, so I just scatter out the leader, and they'll run. But then now they saying like now, like these brothers right here, these real men of Yahweh Shah. These warriors. It's like we got rid of Yahweh Shah, we got rid of this, but yet they coming back stronger. But like we gotta deal with all of them. And they coming in like somebody's prepared to get a life for something. Hey, that's serious right there. Cause like that's the number one thing you can scare somebody with by taking a life away from them. So they no longer worried about that. You don't have nothing else to scare them with. You can't scare him now. Yeah. He's already prepared to lay his life down. So now, hey, you got to like really, hey, you got to put that person out. You know, because he ain't scared. You know, like we charging. Kind of like the old 1800 battles. Esau sitting there with his cannons and muskets, and we over there charged. Yeah. And people get knocked out, but we still running. You get shot. Yeah. You know, that's that scripture. I might pull that, man. That's that Psalms 91.
I got a quick one right here. That's
yeah, pull that. I'm gonna pull this.
So this is Revelation 12:9, and it says, "In the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil and Satan, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast out into the earth, and his angels was cast out with him." All right. Then he said that that old dragon, which goes back to the Eve in the garden. All right, and that serpent was talking about none other than Esau Edom. Okay, and he deceived the whole world. He deceived the whole world with every philosophy that you can think of. All right, he deceived the whole world with that image, that white boy Jesus Christ. He deceived the whole world saying that you can marry anything. You know, he deceived the whole world saying you can sleep with animals. All right, these are the devil that's being cast out. Everybody is bringing shame on him. All right, and then matter of fact, and then you jumping down. So now they got to do what do they call it? They're doing the smear, damage control. Yeah, they get ready to do that damage control. So now they doing that smear campaign. So jumping down to Revelation 12:17, all right, and it says, "And the dragon was wroth with the woman." Okay, the woman is symbolically speaking to the nation of Israel, the so-called Negro, Latinos, Native American, and of course the speckled bird. All right, and it said, I'm gonna read that again from the top, and it said, "The dragon was wroth with the woman, and went to make war with the remnant of her seed, which keep the commandment of Yahweh and have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. All right. So this is that persecution that we're looking forward to. All right. We got it up.
Yeah, you hear that? So this devil is looking to prosecute the woman. Why? Because we have the testimony of Yahweh Shah. And the testimony of Yahweh Shah is against everything Esau built. Because Esau is anti. He's an antichrist who goes to anti-Hamashiach. When you read this word, eat this whole roll, and you know the laws and commandments, Esau break every law in the book. You know, he's totally against Yahweh Shah. Totally against it. Then you know who the real devil is. You know who comes in the spirit of Satan. It's Esau. You know? And of course he's gonna try to prosecute the woman, which goes in the hopeful elect, was out to bring it out because we had the testimony, man. And we telling this devil who he is, and he don't like that. Like we holding up a mirror, like Esau wanted, he put a boogeyman out there for the devil. There's some red man with a pitchfork underground burning people forever. Like he cast out, he the fugitive. So he put it off on somebody else. Like I didn't do it. This person did it.
Hey, I like how you buffed that out because he said he was a fugitive. That's why I always say he come in the spirit of Cain, because Cain got that curse on him. He was a fugitive and a vagabond. And if you really break that down, if you got a fugitive in your city, he's not going to tell you his real name. So that's why Esau Edom told our true identity. That's why they call themselves the Ish people, because he is that fugitive and vagabond in the eyes of Yahweh Shai.
Oh, and look what he did, Aku. Like this the evil wicked man. What cover did he put on? He put a cover on as if he writes.
Right.
He said he the people.
Right.
You know, which hey man, since I say that, I gotta bring this up, man. I gotta bring this up. Cause like Yahweh Shai, hey, pin the tail on that donkey, man, big time. That's why people they really silly because they don't read. Check this out. This Revelation 3:9. Behold, I will make them of the synagogue of Satan, which say they are Jews and are not, but do lie. Behold, I will make them to come to worship before thy feet and know that I have loved thee. Now, when you look at these small hatters, they worship in what? In synagogues. That's when I read this verse. I was like, wow. Yahweh called it on the money. Y'all devils are still worshiping in synagogues. Then you say, like, when you really think about how they call their name, they say the Ish. Right. Ish mean you are like, but you are not. So they tell people to their face, like, they tell you, I'm not really the people. Whenever they call themselves Ish, they telling you. So all it takes is just a little bit. It's a little bit of study. And then you could, like, I used to wonder as a kid. I used to tell my mother that. I used to tell my mom, like, why these white people don't like these white people? Yeah. I'm like, they all look like white people to me. I never understood that when I was younger, you know? And now I get it. These set of Edomites don't like these Edomites. These Edomites, they rule. And these Edomites back, they down here with us getting the scraps. So now I understand why this group of Edomites don't like this group of Edomites. Now I even know they're all Edomites. And I know the Ish people, they're the Amalekites. They're the chief tribe. They're the ones who take everything and they just flip everybody a little coin. And see, Esau, the lower level Edomites, they get something called white privilege. They don't get no money, but they get white privilege. So they can feel like they're better than us, you know? And so they mad because they get is privilege. They don't get no money though. And they got to live amongst Jacob.
And that goes back to that law right there. This is why when I worked out that the Psalm 73 and 5, it basically is a telltale that white privilege is what gets them out of the crime that they committed. Unlike Jake, all right. So you got a white man that commit that sell the same drugs as Jake, but he get out on probation, or he might get rehab, not even get any he probably won't even get any criminal record on his name. But Jake will.
But like I said, which say they are Jews and are not. That lie, that stronghold is getting broke down. That's why the persecution is coming. Because now we coming for the head. We coming for the people that run it. The people that own the, all the media outlets. We're casting down their lies. So now they got an issue with that. So now it's like, hey, I gotta come for them now. And then like people are starting to study. They say a lot of people looking into that and they see we telling the truth. Like I said earlier, the chick looked like, oh, he ain't that. He was really telling me the truth. And the whole world is starting to get on that narrative, that role right there. And that's why Esau like, hold up. That part make him cry. This devil done spent trillions of dollars, 1,000 years to carefully craft his image as something good and wholesome. And now it's getting towed down. And they looking like this old low Negro on the block.
Shameful spewing shit.
Yeah. Glory. Shameful spewing all that glory. If you dig even deeper into those people, you understand that the reason why they don't follow the scriptures. Well, for one, that goes against the how about y'all they go against every law of the book. But if you actually look at what book they actually follow, it's the Talmud. All right, that's Talmud. You can look that up, and then you will see why all of this wickedness is being spread upon the earth, the whole earth, because that's what they follow. They don't follow the Holy Scripture. They don't follow the spirit of Yahweh Shai. So therefore, they are the devil that we speak about.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring this out right here. This is the reason why we don't get scared like that. We in this thing 10 toes down. It's Jeremiah 17 and 18. Let them be confounded that persecute me, but let not me be confounded. Let them be dismayed, but let not me be dismayed. bring upon them the day of evil and destroy them with double destruction. So that goes in them getting that we got to get them double. You know what I'm talking about, to get them double the destruction, man. That's why the place gonna go down in 1 hour. And it's gonna get like, man, you know what I'm talking about, to turn this place up with them hot thermonuclear missiles, man. And then it's gonna be double. The ones that survive, we gonna open up their little what's called the bunkers, and we gonna put a yoke of iron on their neck, and they gonna have to pull chain, you know. And then we gonna be putting lashes on them. That's double. And they gonna look up and they ain't got no kingdom, no street, no nothing. They gonna be totally in our hands. And we gonna do them the way they did us. You know, double that. You know? But here, you eat little chicken feet. You better make the best out of that, Esau. No water today. You know, you didn't pick enough greens. You know, matter of fact, and then like they can't go nowhere without having their little pass, their little tag or something like, hey man, I don't have Edomites running out here rampant. Who own you? What? Man, I'm about to string you up this plate.
Bag them up like they're cattle, man. Take that hot
the brand, yeah. Put that brand on them, put it on his face. Right. Like I seen that movie. Y'all seen that Emancipation yet? Ooh, y'all gotta watch that movie. Y'all gotta watch that, man. It showed that movie. You know, I like, dang, they ain't hit him on the body, they hit him on the face with it. Like, man, he hated Esau. Now, like the priest said, let them be confounded, man. Esau about to be confounded in a minute. Why? Because he's persecuting us. Yahushua about to turn the tides on them. You know, everything they coming out. Let's say they come after us. You know, all they gonna get is the 2/3. The whole elect gonna be preserved, man. The majority of them. You know, now some of us might get martyred. The majority of us gonna make it through. You know, the ones that do get martyred, they're gonna rise first in the resurrection. So that's still a W. You know, so the devil can't really win, man. He's about to lose. So all he can do is to throw a hissy fit on his way out. Like when you dragging the bad little kid out, they go out kicking and screaming. That's Esau, man. Because now he getting, like, we smashing the crown off his head. He getting put off that throne. You're not about to rule no more. Hey, we like Jacob, we grab him by the heel. We gonna grab him by the heel and pull him down the street. He gonna be grabbing stuff, trying to grab stuff, and pull him down the street.
Hey, he dragging 2/3 along with him.
Yeah, he hanging on there. We dragging all of them. Like, man, all y'all about to go. You know, he about to bring upon them the day of evil. You know, who's gonna bring that ruckus to them? It's gonna be Yahushua. When the skies crack and our Messiah shows up here in the physical, woo! Hey, Esau ain't gonna do nothing. It's a wrap. It's a complete wrap. Military ain't nothing he got, man. He gonna be straight shut up. And we know that day is coming. That's why we out here, you know, doing this thing in the spirit, man, fervent spirit. Because Yahushua is coming real quickly, man, real soon. You see by the prophecy. Like I said earlier, the prophecy popping off the page. So what does that mean? Yahushua coming. So that's why we in a good mood. We happy, man. Our Lord Savior coming, man. We getting up out of here. You know, Lord willing, there's a chariot with our name on it. We get, you know, get on that chariot and caught up in the sky with our Lord Savior, man. I want to see that. I want to go inside the Father's ship and to see what it looked like. You know, I'm looking forward to things like that will keep you in an up spirit. Now, that's how you keep your mind on the kingdom, man. Like all the time thinking like, man, it's going to be crystal gold. Like, what's going to be inside of your Yahushua's Father's ship, man? I think of things like that. What my chariot going to look like? And like that chariot is like, it's so big, man. It's like almost like another planet. You know, so it's like, I can't wait to see it go off in there. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you probably want to, you first stay on the chariot.
Back with now. It's in Colossians 3:2. It says, set your affection on things above, not on things on earth. You got it. I got to bring it out.
Yeah, see that? But like what you said, that back on what I said, that's how you set your things on things above. You know, think about your house shot, he's above this place, man. This chariot gonna be above this place, man. So you think about like in the kingdom, like I be thinking about, I be having my children think about that too. Like, how you want your room in the kingdom? You gonna get a castle. You know, you want gold in your floors, right. You get that gold in your floors. You want, you know, your walls made out of diamond, you know, you can get that walls made out of diamond. You're gonna get all the resources back. And I think about things like that, and it puts me in a good mood. You know, I be like, how many slaves I want? How I want my slaves to be? You know, how big do I want my garden? Do I want a boat around my castle? You know, a river? You know, I just think about how I'm gonna run my nation. You know, I'm gonna have everything lined up. I'm gonna have these heathen groups over here, this heathen group over here. You know, Ham gonna be like, you know,
yeah, you gotta
my taskmaster.
And you know that spirit right there, because you know that's how the farmers do. They separate their flocks on the farmland. They putting the goats right here, and the reason why they so they won't be contaminated with disease and stuff like that. That's what the farmers do.
And I think about things like that. It's kingdom minded, man. And a lot of people I know is getting doing this thing. They don't think about the kingdom enough. Or talk about Yahweh Shah, which is why they always stumble and get their skin peeled off, and always, this really ain't on the level. And that's because you don't think about the kingdom. Us in this truth, sincerely, I think about the kingdom a lot. And it helps. That's the comfort. It helps you, gives you that comfort, gives you the strength to continue. That's what gives you the strength to endure. But then you think about the kingdom, you think about what you're gonna get. So then you look past this place, like, we got Jacob's trouble, but when I get past that, Lord, when I'm part of the hope we lack, I get to get some rest. I get to get, my stuff in order. I get to get, I'm having everything gonna go to us. The whole world gonna be in our hands then. And we're gonna run in righteousness, man. We're gonna go to the high council. It's gonna be nothing but Israelites. There's gonna be Israelite face on my gold shekels in my pocket. I'm gonna look up Israelite, Jake, Israelite, woman or a man on my shekels. The billboards gonna have, Israelites gonna say the how holy day. I ain't gonna wake up like how holy the day is gonna be, man, promoted. They're gonna look at tell me where the moon is at. The TV ain't gonna see no. We might have hologram TV. Our stuff might, or it might just be live. You never know. We might have Esau acting out the entertainment. Have him up there being Mr. Bojangles.
Pay out to him double.
Yeah, everything on the billboards, going to stores and I ain't gotta see if fringes is on there. It's made of all 100%, the real material. The laws gonna be in place. Garments on there, all the little boutiques, man. Just to see Eve doing good gonna make me feel good. Seeing Eve and her new righteous body looking good, long hair, talking with sense, not all that little ghetto on the shack,
Yeah.
Oh yeah, bro. All that rat talk, seeing Eve in that righteous, feminine spirit, man, being ladies again, women again. Seeing the children playing, ain't gotta worry about that bad happening to them. Seeing out down the street walking this lion, I think of things of that, and that it puts me in a good spirit. So I'm not scared of the persecution that's to come. I know it's gotta come. Why? Because we preaching in the kingdom of Yahweh Shah. So I look past this place. I look for the kingdom. So with that, I still be vigilant, still be circumspect. He told us to watch out for Esau. So I ain't just out here, just head in the clouds.
This is Romans 8:35. It says, who shall separate us from the love of Hamashiach? Shall tribulation or distress or persecution or famine or darkness or perils of the sword? As it is written, for thy sake, we are killed all the day long. We are accounted as sheep to the slaughter. Nay, in all these things, we are more than conquerors through him that loves us. And just like the brother said, man, hey, none of that shit is gonna nothing is gonna separate us from the Lord, man. Hey, we thinking about what's to come. Hey, we're thinking about rest and all kind of things. So we gotta fall to that persecution. Hey, we're gonna fall to it. Hey, we're gonna rise first in the kingdom, like the scripture said, those who be martyrs. So hey, nothing's gonna separate us from the love of Hamashiach, man. Hey, he said we're gonna be conquerors through him that loves us. And who loves us? That's Yahweh, why Yahweh Shah.
I love that precept. I right on time. I love that, man. And things like that should comfort you, man. That should put you in a high spirit. Man, Yahweh taught us a conqueror. And then you look at the effects that's happening. We are conquering this devil. We are conquering him through the words of Yahweh Shah. All their strongholds getting pulled down. That's why this devil's throwing the fit. That's why he's gonna come down with great wrath. He's gonna look up all my lives got pulled down. Ain't none of my stories going. Nobody's believing my narrative. They calling me a liar. They calling me an Edomite. What? Who did this? Man, hey, man, get my military and go get them, man. It's like Pharaoh. When Moses made Pharaoh let us go, remember he said, y'all can go. And he sat back and thought about it. What he do? He rounded up his military and tried to chase us down. And what happened, man? That ocean, that river, lake, it swallowed them up. And that's what his butt get, man. Because that's Esau, man. Man, I look at the scripture, man. He's gonna be like Pharaoh, man. It's gonna come down to wrath, come down to that military, man. Because hey, that's what Pharaoh did. He thought about it. He's like, I done let go of my whole economy. I lost everything. They was the workers. He's like, I got nothing but rubble.
he couldn't take that L, man.
Yeah,
The Lord hardened his heart again. Like, let me go chase after him. Chased after him to his death, man. And that's what's gonna happen to Esau either.
God, same thing. You know, they the pride. They don't want to take that L, huh? But hey, y'all, should I say take that L, homie? I'm the conqueror. You gonna eat that L? You know, Esau, he like, I ain't eating nothing. Get my military.
I'm gone. We're gonna see that. We're gonna keep that same energy.
God, here goes precept. You actually mentioned this precept right here earlier. So I'm gonna go ahead and jump straight to the point, bro. This is how we're gonna be looking at Esau in the kingdom. So this is Isaiah 14:16, and it says, "They that see thee shall narrowly look upon thee and consider thee, saying, Is this the man that made the earth to tremble, that did shake kingdoms, that made the world as a wilderness and destroyed the cities thereof, that opened not the house of his prisoners? All the kings of the nation, even all them that lie in glory, every one in his own house, but thou art cast out of thy grave like an abominable branch, and as a remnant of those that are slain, thrust through with a sword that go down to the stones of a pit, as carcass trodden under feet." Right? And that's what we got. That's what we're gonna be looking at in Esau right there, man. So this is why we're telling you that Esau Edom kingdom get ready to go down, and we're gonna be looking at him like like spittle. That's what y'all about me. I was shot there. That's what he is. We're gonna be walking over him. We're gonna be over that devil. Okay.
Got him yokes of iron on his neck. He's gonna be in chains. So
yeah, I got another one right here. This simple precept right here, because I was bumping down what the reason why this kingdom, the reason why we would rather search persecution in this kingdom, because this is Esau's world. Okay, so we're waiting for the downfall of this world, and now we're looking forward to our kingdom. So this is 2nd Ezra 69, and it said, "For Esau is the end of the world, and Jacob is the beginning of it that follows." All right, and that's what we're looking forward to right here. So in order for us to get our kingdom, we got to understand, we got to patiently wait for the downfall of Esau's kingdom. That way we'll be able to have our chance at rulership.
yeah. Psalms 31.
I got one more. It might have came out already, but shit, I want to read it again. This is 1 Peter 4:12. It says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fiery trials which is to try you, as though some strange things happen unto you." It says, "But rejoice as much as ye are partakers of Hamashiach's suffering, that when his glory shall be received, ye may be glad also with exceeding joy. If ye be reproached for the name of Hamashiach, happy are ye, for the spirit of glory and the spirit of Yahweh resteth upon you, and resteth upon you. On their part he is evil, speaking of, but on your part he is glorified."
I like that. They didn't come out yet. That was right on time, man. That was perfect, man. That said it back on what we said earlier, man. Like, you don't get the glory from outside. You know, so hey, we gotta make the persecution was gonna prove us. That's going like I know prosecution, that's a separator. Like you talking about that earlier, the division, that's a separator, because somebody that's not in this wholeheartedly, when the persecution comes, they're gonna fall into the wayside. That's their seed on the stony ground.
Yep, they gonna think like, why am I getting persecuted? I got the Lord. But the thing is, you gotta know for a fact, once you come into this truth, you're gonna get persecuted. That's why the scripture said that. It says, "Beloved, think it not strange concerning the fire trials that we got to go through." They're gonna think it's strange because they thought, hey, they still got their plantation Christianity mind frame of if you love Jesus, everything gonna be all right. But that's not the case. Hey, you gotta suffer through things to get something. Hey, you can't just have a body full of muscles without going through no pain of working out. So hey, that's Jake for you, man. They want a get good quick pill or some shit. Nigga, pop something and you good, or a fast way to things, and it ain't like that in this truth, man. You got to go through the straight gate.
Yeah, like surgery. Our women getting them surgery. The BBLs, they don't want to work for nothing. They want to instantly get it. Instant gratification. That's what Jake wants, man. They don't want to put in no work. That's why the thing said, study, show yourself approved. You know, workmen.
Workmen need not to be ashamed.
Workmen. See, keyword work. They don't want to work. The 2/3 don't. They lazy. They want instant gratification, and they want to be loved by everybody, like a popularity contest. So when the hate comes and they get reduced to a lower state, Jake like, hey, I didn't sign up for this. You know, they didn't add the cost. Like, man, go with that preacher operator. They didn't really know the gospel. That proves they didn't really know the gospel. They just looked at it for the prestige. Like, they look good in their garments. He on TV, he got a lot of views, and they did it for that. So when the thing really get hot, they're like, hold on, wait, everybody gonna hate me? Well, Esau about to come at me with the guns? Like, hey man, hold up, man, here they gonna turn their friend in. They like, hey man, I ain't with that no more.
That's why the Christians say y'all about to
put that shit in the shredder. Hey, I never had no friends, man. What you talking about?
I don't even know how to say that word. You know, like Esau gonna probably show the film of them out there, like that ain't me.
Yahweh who? I don't know that.
God, we gonna be bold as a lion, like, and what? Yeah.
Bold as a lion.
That's my nationality. Yeah, I said it. It's the truth. But so what about it? You better not touch me. I'm gonna start praying right now. They're gonna be praying. Shut up. You know, like the movie Black Adam. It was all about when he said the name, he get the power. I said, hey, if you look with something like that, man, they might be wrestling with us. You know how much outside might be some lightning that's loud, like the beginning of the movie when that lightning hit. And it's over with then. It's like the gospel, we know the word. So say we get hit with that spiritual power, we know what to do with it then. It ain't gonna be like we get it, spiritual power, don't know. We gonna be like, oh yeah, y'all just gave me the crown. I'm about to light up all y'all Edomites. And now, hey, it's your Havashah, get down and lay down. You know, you got two choices, death or slavery. You know, I'm about to set the kingdom up. You know, I'm about to go round up the rest of the whole elect. You know, hey, it's on now. You know, so that's what we at, man. We not about to, you know, curl up when the prosecution comes. We know it's coming. You know,
get you sucked. You're going down 2 ways, man. The stairs out the window.
I like that. I love that part, man.
What you got?
You know, and it's like I said in my lesson, that movie Belly. So it's like that. Remember that movie Belly when DMX had the day mission to go knock him off? He sat there and he didn't see it. He's like, I knew you was coming. I knew he's gonna. He started preaching the word to him, you know, and that's how he gonna be. Like he gonna be in the house like Esau. I knew you was coming. They're saying if we gonna be so calm, it's gonna stir Esau. He's used to run up on Jake being scared. So we run it. They probably think we got bombs in there or something. So like, why are you calm? Don't you see us coming here with this gun? What you know? Who else is with you? Hey, this Jake in here calm, man. Something wrong with this Jake. He ain't scared. And that's because we've been built up. Like we've been edified to know you're gonna do that. So when it comes, it's gonna be kind of like we already know the page of the story. Like, oh, here come Esau. Oh, Esau kicking my door in. Okay, where the camp at, man? Like, if you gonna tell him before he even say it, like, okay, what camp y'all gotta be going to? Hey, we didn't say that yet. Hey, who told you?
Hey, that's like the oracle on the Matrix. I knew you was gonna break that.
Yep, God. Hey, they gonna scare him. About Neo was all shook up, like, what are you, what? And he was shook. He like, sit down. Hey, yeah, the whole point, man. He's like, damn, hold up, man. This ain't no normal human. Like, how you know that? You know? And that's how we gonna be. Like, yeah, we gonna be sitting down, yeah. Hey, probably didn't pay Esau no attention. Like, yeah, I knew y'all was coming. Gonna eat my last piece of toast for y'all take it to the camp. You know, let me wipe them out real quick. Did I get that? Hey, you ain't gotta grab my arms or nothing. I'm going. I know you got a camp, folks. You know, so hey, I knew it was coming.
I got a quick one right here because y'all pretty much broke this one down right here. This is Sirach chapter 2 and 4, and it says, "Whatsoever is brought up upon thee, take cheerfully and be patient when thou art changed to a lower state." Verse 5, it says, "For gold is tried in the fire, an acceptable man in the furnace of adversity."
They were perfect with that precept I read.
Precept, man. Perfect, man. So y'all shot have told us right there we'd be doing a fire adversity. Then we got examples for the holy children on how to act. You know, they wasn't all, no. They, man, all right, where at? All right, you know, was they,
this
Meshach?
Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego.
Yup. 3 holy children, man. That's a good example of how to go, man. They wasn't all crying and
if you read about it, they had their mindset. They had their mindset saying, "Hey, if it be so, how about you, y'all? If we deserve it." That's the mindset that they had. So if I get killed for this word, it's well deserved because the sins against the how about y'all first. That's the mindset you gotta have.
Yup. I like how you said that. That's the mindset we gotta have right there.
Just like the woods. I believe Lucifer, I think it was 7 Hebrew brothers and stuff in the Bible.
Yep.
Who took horrible deaths.
Including their mother. Including the mother.
So that's the mindset right there, man. Like, we know it's coming. And like I said earlier, like, we're going to find out where we stand with Yahawashi Shah. We're going to find something out. Because we're looking for miracles on our behalf. So say we get took to the camp, and all of a sudden, it's a Jake in front of them, or a chariot come out of nowhere, and, then we see the miracle. That's going to increase our faith. Like, man, there go our power. They like, they taking us to the camp, and all of a sudden they get a radio. It's an unidentified flying phenomenon, lighting up Humvees. They get out, they get vaporized, and we out there, we walk around with our handcuffs on, like, dang, they got knocked off real quick. You run into another day, they get your cuffs off, and hey, your power just, hey, they on the radio like it's some phenomenon going on, and the military getting messed up.
You go down. I got this other preacher you just go down right here. But this is actually gonna happen to the kingdom of Esau Edom right here. This is Revelation 18 and 17. And it said, for in 1 hour, it said, for in 1 hour so great riches it comes to naught. And every shipmaster and all the companies and ships and sailors and as many as trade by sea stood afar off and cried when they saw the smoke of her burning, saying, what city is like unto this great city? And they cast dust on their heads and cried, weeping and wailing, saying, alas, that great city, wherein we made rich all that had shipped in the sea by reason of her costliness, for in 1 hour she was made desolate. Rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and apostles, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh has avenged you on her. And see, that's what we're looking forward to right there. So America, with that great city, they're gonna be up in smoke. All right. And then, and pretty much verse 2 would be the point right here, because he said, rejoice over her, thou heaven, and ye holy apostles and prophets, for Yahweh Bashim Yahushua had avenged you on her. So Yahweh Bashim Yahushua is the one that's gonna deliver us out of this destruction. All right, he's gonna lift up that standard.
Yeah, I'm loving that, man. So damn, I'm probably in the softness right here. It's kind of like go pull everything full circle. This Psalms 31 and 15. My times are in thy hand. Deliver me from the hand of my enemies and from them that persecute me. Make thy face to shine upon thy servant. Save me for thy mercy's sake. Let me not be ashamed, O Lord, for I have called upon thee. Let the wicked be ashamed, and let them be silent in the grave. Ooh, big time right there, man. So hey, we looking for Yahushua to save us with the mercies. The tender mercy of Yahushua. We're looking to be saved, delivered out of Jacob's trouble, which is about to come. Because that's the persecution gonna kick off Jacob's trouble. That's gonna go hand in hand. First the persecution gonna go out, and then as it's going out, then Jacob's trouble gonna go in, And it said, let me not be ashamed. We ain't got to be ashamed. We did the work. We in the correct lot. So when all hell break loose, all we got to do is stay fast to what we done learned. Now, if you over there in some black consciousness, a Hotep Comedic, I don't know if that's going to help you at that time, Then you should beware. You're going to be ashamed. Then you're like, now I should listen to the Hebrew brothers. They told me the names. And they said Esau's going to do this. Now they're going to be feeling crazy, because they didn't believe in the gospel, the true gospel. They said, let the wicked be ashamed. Hey, Esau gonna be ashamed. He ashamed now. That's why his wrath coming out. Now he look in the mirror, he see that devil. Because we hitting so hard. So now he got that complex problem. Like, you know, maybe I can't stand to look at my own self. So I'm about to go out here and knock y'all off. And he said, let them be silent in the grave. That's gonna be when they whole like that verse you brought that right there, when they whole civilization society is busted up. They're gonna be silent in their grave. Like they ain't gonna have no billboard, ain't nothing gonna be talking. We might tell Esau to be quiet. You know, if we doing that, like, you better not be humming, singing nothing or you out here picking my greens. If I hear anything, I'm gonna come out here and bust you in your mouth. I'm gonna put a muzzle on your butt. And he can sign in his grave because he saw a whole power structure about to be uprooted. He gonna have no power. He gonna be all the way in our hands. He's our inheritance. You know, that's the real reparation. You know, Esau. Yeah.
I would give you the heathen for thy inheritance.
God, Psalms 2 and 8.
Revelation 13 and 10.
So there you go right there, man. And hey, so buckle up, Yasharala. Get ready, because now it's about to get real. What they say, we're about to go live. Right. You know, the prosecution coming. It's about to get real, and Esau about to come on with it. And like, we've been girded up, which is true. So we ready for it, man. We're not worried about what Esau about to do. We're not worried about what he got. What we looking at is what Yahweh Shah about to do. We looking for the miracles. We looking for how he gonna, deliver us. Because he can do it in so many ways. So I'm just looking at which way, Lord willing, he gonna deliver us. Lord willing, we're part of the hopeful elect. So that being said, hope it's been edified. Want to give all praise and glory to
Yahweh, Bashim, Yahweh Shah, Bashim, Rakadash.
Wam Yasharala, Wam Baba Ball,
Shalom, baby. Detail Baba Ball, baby. Hey, Shalom to all the Aqua on the comment board. Shalom. Hey.